Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a final video on our Losi Xx Buggy build because this thing's ready to hit the track. But we've done a couple updates since the last video and wanted to let people know what we've done before we take this to MHOR and give that track a little Losi pounded. So, the one thing you'll notice right away is we got hard body shocks on this thing, front and rear. So, did rebuild these. Oil in them, and man, they're feeling pretty good. So these are off the XX4 buggy. Larry was not going to use these shocks, so he's like, "Hey, you can keep them, put them on the buggy." So that's exactly what I did, and they feel great. So the other thing you'll notice up front here, Dragon Punch carbon tower. That looks pretty good. Like that. Did find a front hinge pin brace in our spare parts. And then I was so excited. I ordered the longer hinge pins that Losi requires to run this, and I've been anxiously waiting for them. But lo and behold, associated hinge pins work. So I put those in there, and they're the exact right length for this car. So it's hard to see with the bumper on, but they are exactly the right length, and I was able just to get a C-clip on there. Got our chassis protector on there, so that's all ready to go. And then did mount our wings. So I did use Yokomo mounts and wing wire, and that's nice. That's like all of our other cars, mainly like our fan graphite. So I like that profile. Got that thing slammed down. That's ready to go. The other thing is got a Boki reproduction gear cover, so got that on there for the safety of the kids on there, so that's good. Did replace the tie rod ends, so I did have a whole new set of ball cups. I didn't replace the steering, but I might. The rears are pretty good. I think they've been replaced because there's like no really wear marks or anything on the outside. And neither with the steering, they're probably just a little wore out. But these, I mean, were definitely wore out, and now there's no play in there. So that's all good. So the only thing else we had to do was I did have to rearrange our electronics layout just a tad because my servo would not my servo lead wouldn't make it to originally how I had it laid out, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So we just simply switched our receiver and our speedo so that our Protec could reach all the way back and just barely reaches there. So I did get a battery strap off Amazon. So got some of those, got that in there. Our shorty lipo fits right in here. So that's perfect. Motor wires still reach without an issue. When you do put a full-size servo in there, I mean, it barely fits. It comes right to the back of the chassis. I think you then have to clip the ears off to get it kind of in the center channel. So you clip the bottom two ears off, got our mounts in there, got that mounted up using a Protec servo horn in there, and it works fantastic. So comes kind of close to almost getting something, but doesn't quite. So that works just fine on there. So did get our, like I said, got our Dragon Punch front shock tower. This is the original upper tower. I've left the Dragon Punch as a spare. Did get our front hinge pin for the top, so got that in as well. And this thing is ready to hit the track. So wanted to give everybody an update. MHOR is going to have a specific vintage race sometime in the May calendar, Eric said. But you know me. In the meantime, we only race vintage cars, and I'll race them against the modern cars. So that's what we're going to do. The track layout looks a lot more conducive to vintage racing now that they got rid of the huge table top kind of lander combo. It's more of just it's a bigger jump with the lander, but it's a lot more, I think, reasonable for vintage cars to make that. So I am waiting on some Schumacher parts, but we did update our shoey. Look for a different video on that though. This is a double X buggy video. So yeah, got everything together and on there. Set everything as far as the slipper and the diff. And the only thing I really need to do is drop a transponder in this. So I don't know, I got a bunch of transponders. I got to pull it out of something though. So I may pull it out of something. I don't know what that's going to be. So I'll probably go up to my retirement shelf and see what's got a transponder in there. I think there's 1 or 2 cars that have transponders. A Dragon Punch long arm definitely has a transponder in it. My B5 does, but I may take my B5. So we'll see. But I am definitely going to try. My goal is really, I want to take this, and I may take the Cougar, or I may wait till I get the optional Schumacher parts that are coming. Save that for the vintage race. Or I may take the Losi and the B3, and what I'll do is maybe I'll do 2 and 2, race the Losi in 2 heats, and I'll race the B3 in 2 heats, just maybe to get them both shaken down before the vintage race, because we've already obviously raced our Cougar on MHOR and got some video footage of that, but we haven't raced the Losi or the B3, so maybe get both those out there, and like I said, just do a 2 and 2 shakedown kind of run. Run this, in maybe like the first and the third qualifier, run the B3 and maybe the second qualifier in the main, or we'll see. We'll run one in one heat, one run in the second heat, see which one we feel is gonna do better, and maybe run that in the third in the main. We'll see, but we'll get some race footage of that as well. So trying to get my hall pass for this weekend, so I think I got it worked out. So again, just wanted to kind of do a final video on our Losi, because it is wrapped up and ready to go. So, and like I said, the best part is the body fits on here, and I didn't have to even trim it for the Yokomo mounts. So it just I like to be like, hey, it just drops right on. And yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of helps if you get it around the Yokomo mount, but there we go. So you can trim that out stock, and it doesn't hit anything there. So the Yokomo mounts, the only thing that does is, like I said, limits you to the outer 2 holes for the shock adjustment, but we can deal with that for now. And like I said, we may get a factory work shock tower with the wing mounts, but then you basically are going to lose the whole tail piece, kind of like what's happened on our B3 and some stuff like that. So we will go from there, but want to do an update video, get this out for everyone today. And we are going to race on Saturday. Also, if you know, you know. Saturday is a big drawing day. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go down to our videos and figure it out and get registered for that. Because that thing is going out the door on well, may not be going out the door. Someone's going to win it on Saturday, and then it may go out the door on Monday, depending on how soon someone gets back to me. But we are planning on racing on Saturday. So we are going to get, like I said, I think we're going to do the Losi, the B3, take those out. We got tires and everything mounted for them, so they are ready to go. So again, like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next one.